Hey, everybody. Oh, I need my microphone. Hi. How was everyone's holiday season of consumerism? Another day. Let's get started. Holy Spirit, thank you so much for the opportunity to share just goodness and inspiration and kindness through these fun, creative, colorful cards. I just feel I just feel so grateful that I get to operate from a place of creativity and authenticity. And I ask that you would bless every viewer right now who's watching. The holidays can be such a hard time for so many people. I think it's more common than not for there to be painful feelings of loneliness, feelings of regret, feelings of anger even, and sadness. Anger really is just secondary to sadness. It's just a hard time because of our families of origin and all the programming and all the pain and unresolved shit really that comes up from those times. So if anyone's just feeling a little extra sad or down because of the holidays, I just want to let you know you're amazing. You're awesome. And saying that you're awesome right now, I'm looking at my deck of cards that says you're awesome. Let me show you. Woo! You're awesome. Don't let it get you down. We create our family. We create our inner circle, the people that we know feel safe. It's up to you. It's up to me. It's up to just ourselves to decide who we allow in and who we don't allow in. And it's up to those people. Their behavior dictates where they belong in your life, right? I always picture like a bullseye. So here's the inner circle and then all the rings around it. And it's like, okay, well, you show me you want to be in my inner circle. You want to be my best friend in the world. You want to be like so close and you want bragging rights to say you're like the best mom in the world. Prove it. Prove it. Back it up with your actions. And if they can't, then they show you where they belong in the outer corners of your world. So trust is earned. And that's something I've had to learn the hard way in life. I always gave it so freely. Okay, let's pull a card. Oh, I didn't even finish praying. Holy Spirit, would you just bless everybody who's watching right now? I bind any and all negative energy, anything rooted in fear. I bind and I loose the supernatural power of your love, your joy, and your peace. Flow through every fiber of every being watching right now. Body, soul, spirit, heart, mind, will, and emotions. Just fill them right now. Just fill them up with your peace. The inexplicable just sense of it's going to be okay. No matter what's going on in your life, little things, big things. I personally just found out something super irritating and I was sitting here and I'm like, I want to react, but you know what? I'm a motherfucking magician. I am an alchemist. And you know what an alchemist does? You know who else is an alchemist? Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin, that little troll that tricks the lady into giving him her firstborn, you know, that little fairy tale, who takes straw and spins it into gold. Take the garbage of your life and turn it into gold, into beauty. You can take something nasty, icky, yucky, and flip that bitch. So I'm going to take this thing that I figured out tonight that was kind of didn't feel so great, and I'm just going to, I don't even know how I'm going to get over it. But I'm going to find a way. Starting by doing this right now. And I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to focus on that. That's negative. That doesn't make me feel good to think about. I haven't done a video on YouTube for a while. Because I have a lot of readings to do and I won't do them if I'm feeling angry or upset or sad. I have to be in a good place to do readings. I'm not going to show up and half-ass it. So, I thought doing an oracles only reading, which was supposed to be done yesterday. I mean, it's I'm a half an hour late, 32 minutes late. But let's pull some inspirational, feel good, warm and fuzzy messages, and I have a feeling I'll feel a lot better after I do this. So let's go. All right. All right. Messages for my viewers, for my friends, for the people that I know value what comes out of my mouth, the words I say, the words I sing. I am valued and loved. And so are you. Oh, you know what? These don't want to go. I'm going to take them. This is from the You Are Awesome deck. Let's see what we got. Oh, actually, no, I'm just going to pull cards and then we will read them all at the same time. What do we got in this deck? Personal power. Ooh, I like that. Obstacles. Everything is awesome. Let's do, I have this really cool deck. It's not a tarot deck. It's not an oracle deck. It's actually a forest meditations deck. And I saw an ad for it on social media, and the picture that they showed on their ad really spoke to my heart. And so that's the whole reason I bought it. So there's some cool pictures in here. And we'll do some anti-anxiety messages. How about some Four Agreements? Has anybody ever read that book, The Four Agreements? Really good book. And there's some cards here. One of my Etsy clients mailed me these. Angela, I love you. Thank you. Okay, I think that's good. Nope, I'm hearing one more. Taking that one. And we'll take that one too. Why not? All right. Well, should we keep going? Yeah, I've got so many decks. Why not? Let's keep going. Let's do a flower theme. These are always super encouraging. Everything is awesome. I love you always, forever, near and far. Everything. Say you always love me forever. Never stop, never, whatever. Did you know that when you sing, you're literally creating something new that's never existed before? And when it comes from your own body, from your own being, you're creating frequency and light, and you're healing the vibrations coming through your vocal cords. It doesn't matter if you're a good singer or a bad singer. Just sing. It changes things. It changes the atmosphere around you energetically, spiritually. There's just something so beautiful to be said about creation. We are inherently, each one of us, creators. All right. I'm just going down all my decks, just grabbing messages. We'll see if a theme emerges. I don't know why I have that song in my head. Say you'll always love me forever, never stop, never, whatever, near and far, always, whatever. I don't even know if I'm singing the right words. It's all right. Oh, flowers. That's right. This is why I said that. I looked at this deck. Okay. And this is one of my favorites. I think it's my all-time favorite. This is the Woodland Wardens. I love this deck. It's so well loved and worn. I bought it for $10 at a used bookstore, and it's just been so special to me. There's so many good messages in here. The elk and ash for strength. I'll take it. And patience. I could use it. And while we're grabbing some animals, we might as well grab a few more. Spirit animal wisdom. Thank you, Katie Jane Wright and Nikki Strange. Appreciate your talent and your gifts. Give credit where credit is due. All right. I gotta stop. Okay. What else? These are fun cards. These are super fun. They're really strange illustrations, and I like them a lot. They're like hauntingly beautiful. I don't know if there's a better way to describe that. That's a perfect card to come out for hauntingly beautiful, don't you think? White roses also symbolize wisdom. Never stop, never, whatever. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you've made it this far, we're gonna. Where are we at? We're at 11 minutes. I'm gonna give myself like 2 more minutes to pull messages, and then we will just read them all. And I promise you, you will feel much better by the end of this video. This is my Ripple deck. It's become one of my favorites. The guidebook that comes with it really is beautiful. Ooh, this is one of my favorite cards. I love the flame depicted on here. Desire. We're about to wrap it up. True love. Oh, now we have to get some love cards. Now that love just popped out, I can't not get some love cards now. Say you'll always love me forever. Never stop, never, whatever. Empowerment. This is a new deck I've never used before. Love cards. Okay, well, I guess we could start with soulmate messages. Let me let go, baby. Let me let go. Does anybody out there ever wonder, or do you have friends or family that are super gifted and they don't do anything with their gifts and talents, and you just want to shake them and be like, do something with this, please? My daughter can sing incredible. So much control, perfection, hits every note, and it just comes naturally. She doesn't even have to try. And she doesn't use her voice, and it frustrates me to no end. And then I have to ask myself, why am I? Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, it's simple, really. How do I feel? I want you. I want us forever. Oh, that's so pretty. I love that. Why am I so upset by her choosing to not utilize her gifts, right? I don't know. It's a good question. Because it's really it's her own journey, it's her life, her gifts. It's on her timeline, not mine, but it's just frustrating because there are some people, when they sing, they move you, they really move you. And it's just so sad to not see that materialized in a way that can be really appreciated and felt by many, But on the other hand, I also feel blessed that I get to witness it and hear it from her whenever I want. So that's nice. When she was younger, she would sing on demand for me. I remember one time we were in the Ulta store, makeup store, and I got the whole store to gather around her. She was like 13. All the workers, um, shoppers, everybody was just circled around her when she's just, I'm like, Victoria, sing. And she sang. The whole store was just in awe and enamored by her. And then also we lived in an upstairs apartment, and one time she was on the balcony of our apartment practicing for, she was rehearsing for like tryouts for like some middle school musical. And I'm recording her, and then I look over the balcony, and there's all these little kids at the base of at the bottom in the grass, because our apartments had like a kind of a big grassy area in the middle between all the apartments, and the kids would go play soccer, these little like 9-10-year-olds, and all these little boys just were like foot on the soccer ball, kneeling with their arms on their knees, just staring up at our balcony, just listening intently to my daughter singing. And I noticed them and I started laughing. I'm like, hi guys, waving, and they're like, sing more. And so she put on a little show and like serenaded the neighbor kids. It was so funny. And they clapped for her, and then they went back to playing. It was so cute. I'll never forget that moment. That was special. So what gifts and talents do you have that you're not tapping into, that you're not using, that you're not exercising? Maybe you've dismissed them. Maybe they're long buried. Maybe I don't know. You know what I've also think is like things that have been like kept down, like that over the span of our life, people have like discouraged us from using your voice or whatever it is. And you probably should use it. That's probably, if you find resistance, it probably means overcome that bitch, because we're meant for that. No one is not gifted. We all have our own special giftings and strengths, right? It's just a matter of believing in yourself. So I always make myself tea before I sit down to work, do readings, and then I talk the whole time, and I'm busy. Like, I don't even get to drink it or sip it, and then it gets cold. So I ordered myself a mug warmer on Amazon. It's not here yet, but I can't wait for it to come. And then my tea will always be warm and hot for me when I'm ready to take sips. Let's do one more. Oh, okay. I knew there was more in there. Let me let go, darling. Let me let go. This is for the best. The sun, and we have a snake. Snakes aren't necessarily a bad thing. Oh, this is another favorite deck of mine. I love this deck. Oh, I'm going way over time. That's okay. I'm already feeling tons better, I can tell. Empathy and communicate. This is a good one. I think we got enough love cards, though. I don't think I need... Well, let me get a couple more, because I have some decks that are blatantly romantic. So let's get one of these romance angels cards. Okay. And then we have this one. Another snake. Okay, well, maybe in this case, a snake is not a good thing. Oh, I didn't get some plants. Let's get some plants. Let me let go, darling. If I could start my life over, I would get on track to learn more about botany and plant medicine and become a naturopath. I think that would be the most fulfilling track in my life. I love to heal. I love, love, love to heal people. Let me let go, darling. And this little deck, a little high schooler made on Etsy, and I wanted to support her little venture. Little tiny deck of cards. There's not a lot, but she hand drew all of these. They're beautiful drawings, different flowers and plants. And then I just Googled spiritual meanings of each one and wrote them down. So let's see. Whoa. That's funny. Those are the two that caught my eye just now too when we were looking. Isn't that funny? Oh, more flowers. More red roses. That's not a coincidence. Normally I would be telling stories right now, but I'm kind of just trying to lift my own spirits. If that makes sense. I'm here. I'm here for it. I'm here for the messages as much as you are. How about that? We have this deck. I have so many decks, you guys. I love them. I love art. I love beauty. I want to make my own. I mean, I want to keep using these, but I also want to create my own decks because why not? You could too. I mean, if anyone's trying to think of a side hustle to make money, if you know how to work graphic design or clip art, you could literally, like, look at this deck right here. It's just the same design on the backs of all the cards, and then super simple, a picture of a flower and something inspirational. Really easy to do. And you just create it once and you have them forever. These are calling to me. We're going to take those. You know what? I'm feeling giving. I am feeling generous. I made these. These little cards. They're my daughter for Christmas. She got me, I love hot chocolate. So she got me all these different kinds of hot chocolates, different flavors, raspberry hot chocolate, gingerbread hot chocolate, peppermint, hazelnut, and they came in these cute little boxes, and I cut the boxes up to make little Christmas cards. And on here, there's at least one of each of my Etsy listings. My offerings on Etsy are in here. Plus, there are extra cards that have discounts. So let me draw one for you here right now. Be patient with me. I'm on a month wait on my Etsy. I'm really behind, really behind. But they're worth the wait. My readings are really, really worth the wait. And if you've never gotten a reading from me, go check out my Etsy, read my reviews. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get you a Christmas present. What are we going to give away? Whoa. 70% off, bro. That's a lot. I'm like, wait a minute. Let's pull another card. I love that. It's pretty. I love Christmas lights. I'm a sucker for just white light, so I'm boring. 70% off, and that's going to be your coupon code. So when you go to checkout, you just type in Mary70, and you will receive 70% off anything in my Etsy shop, and it never expires. So use it up, or use it whenever. Okay. Play. I just feel like I'm taking too long, but you can not watch, I guess. Or you can fast forward. I don't know why I shouldn't worry about how long I'm taking. I just go with the flow. Moss. Yeah, feeling that. It's okay. Life is good. You've got breath in your lungs. Every day is a new day. And if things seem shitty right now, just realize that you are not a shitty person. And the harm that others do to you, you would never inflict on anyone else. So you can lift yourself up with that little nugget of knowledge. You are kind, good, strong, capable, smart, creative as fuck. Move on. All right. Oh, this is such a fun deck. The little Latin Love Oracle cards. I love the artwork. Let me let go, darling. Heartbreak. Man, I think someone watching is going to be going through some kind of heartbreak here. Because we got let go, move on. That makes me sad. I don't like hearing that. Let's do some self-love then. If there's heartbreak, the best thing you can, even without heartbreak, especially without heartbreak, give yourself the love that you're looking for. That's the secret to a long-lasting partnership with anyone else, is the ability to really, truly meet your own needs first. Emotionally, but tangible needs, being in tune with your partner and knowing them well enough to know what they need and meeting their needs before they even have to ask. And if you're both doing that for each other, then how can it ever go wrong, right? Support. Yeah, if you just be supportive of one another. Maturity, cleansing. I think we're going to stop here. I feel like I'm missing something though. I mean, we have a lot of cards. I have so many decks. I heard one more, so we're going to do one more of these. Or two more. Okay. Yeah, I feel good about this. And let's do, I just keep wanting to pull cards. Stop, Susanna. Oh, Closeted Psychic. That's my name. I've actually been thinking about showing my face and doing my readings like with the camera facing me and me holding the card, like being more I feel like it's more interactive, and fuck hiding. I don't want to hide anymore. So that's really been weighing on my heart and mind lately. Let me let go. Okay, Holy Spirit, what are we... Oh, no. I'm like, what am I missing? I can feel it in my bones. We're missing some cards. I have these little kid cards that I got forever ago, and I've never, ever used them. Crazy Eights, Go Fish, Memory. Let's see. We're going to pull a few from here. Oh, that's a soulmate card. Two of Cups. Okay, we're going to call it. That's plenty. We have so much going on here. We've got this whole massive all-you-can-eat buffet of feel-good, warm vibes. Look, we got a Cyclops here. This makes me think of Odysseus. What's the name of that literature? Where he beats a Cyclops, he goes on a journey. Odysseus. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of it? I don't know. My high school days are long gone. I think we're good. I don't know why I'm still... You know what it is? Charms. That's what I want. I want to do charms. Let's do some charmy charms. Okay, so I haven't really figured out how to do these yet. I have like a wheel of a house where I wrote the houses on a wheel. But... Okay, I got tons in there. And then I also have bigger, uglier charms, which are still cool, even though they're ugly. Let me grab those. Just random stuff that I found around the house, or just things. I think this would be fun. Let's do both, big and small. These ones are super tiny. Because I would sprinkle them on like the wheel of 12 houses, and see where they land. But I don't really, that's not really working. So I think we'll just pull some charms and see what we see. Let's save the charms for last. Yeah, we'll save these for last. I don't want to... I have limited space. Let's see. I don't need my phones right now. I can move those. Okay. Let's start. 30 minutes. Okay, this is going to be an hour-long deal. Oh, I forgot to pull from here. Oh, God. Half the pile just fell. Oh, my gosh. So much. Should I pull more? Because I have more decks. I do. I can. No, I'm not going to. Oh, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to. Yes, let's do it. Why not? There's so much love in this file. I love it. I love love. I'm such a sappy, romantic diehard. And it's funny because my daughter was talking to me about her best friend being in love or whatever. And I'm just, I don't know. My daughter's very pessimistic, and she's like talking to me about, I don't know, how her friend wants to get married at like 18 years old. And my daughter's like, no, da, da, da. She looks at me. She's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say right now, but she's like, you never believed in love. Blah, blah, blah. She's like, well, before, now you believe in love. Because I've always been really super pessimistic because my experiences have always been really painful. But what I'm learning, because I'm still learning, is that all these painful experiences that you go through in love and romance, and when you give your all in a relationship to someone and you really take a risk and just basically strip down naked emotionally and trust somebody with your whole heart, your dreams for your future, the deep, deep, deep things of your heart, you lay it all out there and you trust them, and then they fucking turn the table over, leave you bleeding on the side of the road, and don't even look back without a care, and it's a really painful thing to go through. But what I'm learning when I look back in retrospect at all my heartbreaks, each one is like a piece to a puzzle. Like, imagine your heart as a puzzle, and each heartbreak, all these pieces that you've given out, like you start whole and then you give a piece of yourself away, another piece and another piece and another piece. But as you go through the heartbreak and the pain of each one and the lessons that you're learning, you're taking that piece back, you're reclaiming it, and you're putting yourself back together through all these painful experiences until one day you can look at yourself and be like, you know what? I know I won't allow this again, or this, or this. I learned self-respect here. I learned this, I learned that. And you look at your heart and you look at your experiences and all the pieces that once were scattered and shattered. And you look at this beautiful mosaic that is now your heart, full of the past, present. It's all pieced together and it doesn't look so bad. Now you feel like you can face the future and you could handle anything, even another break. You know how to put it back together now. It doesn't look so confusing. It doesn't look so scary. And then you're willing to put yourself back out there again for love. I think that's a beautiful analogy. All right, well, let's get started. All right. Big old fatty pile. I don't even know what to do. It's been so long since I've done an Oracles Only reading. I'm going to move this off camera to the side, and then we'll start filling my desk space up. Let's start with this handsome couple. I love it. I love that era, like Bridgerton vibes. My daughter and I love watching Bridgerton. And the little butterfly in the corner, that's really being highlighted to me right now. And I feel like true love, real love, transforms you. I think all love, every time you're in a situation where there's an opportunity to love, give and receive love, I think every single time it brings all your wounds up to the surface. But real love, high vibrational love, creates space and allows, it creates space, a safe space for these things to bubble up, come to the surface, be seen, be looked at, talked about, worked through, whatever, dealt with. And that's what transforms you. When you find someone that you can be 100% yourself with and feel seen, heard, accepted, safe. Partnership. Once you've decided to walk your path in partnership, you must put the relationship first. Yes. You cannot allow outside people to hang on your relationship, what they think, or their projections from their own life experiences. You just can't allow it, because people will do it. if you allow it. So protect it. Protect what you have. Put your relationship first. And then we have another butterfly. What is this? I see a moon and stars. There's like a young girl out in the garden. A peacock. I love peacocks. Reflection. Time to focus, balance, reflect, and guide yourself past stumbling blocks to take the right actions. This is where I feel like I am tonight. Like I'm like, okay, let me pause. Yes, I'm upset. Rightfully so. Let me take a beat and let me think, is this really important? Like, is this in the big grand scheme of things? How important is this little painful moment that I'm experiencing? A wrongdoing to me from someone else. Like, do I need to hold on to that? No, I don't. I really don't. And I get to guide myself through this. It's a stumbling block, and I get to grow through it. I get to learn and grow and take the right actions and not react from emotion, but really respond from reflection. Should turn these back over. Partnership, reflection, transformation. I love it. Allow the energy of fear to be transformed by love, creativity, and compassion. Yeah, I think when we come across situations that really challenge us, and your knee-jerk reaction is to be like, oh, I'm so mad. This is so wrong, and tell everyone how wrong it is, like I did. But that's not going to grow you. Like, these wrongdoings are an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to practice love, because let's be honest, like, love is easy to give when you care about somebody, but when it's someone who's wounding you or hurting you, that's when love's going to be the most impactful. Compassion. Okay, why is this person doing this? That's really sad. I would never do that. I feel sad. I feel compassionate for this person, because what in their life have they really gone their whole lives without love in order to be so hurtful to others? Like, that's really sad. Like, not in a passive aggressive way, but like a really truly, like, that's so sad. And we have this little doggy, or is that a cat? I think it's a cat, not a dog. It's definitely a cat. What's wrong with me? It does not look like a dog at all. You know what I think of when I think of cats? I think of how independent they are. They're not like dogs. They don't need constant pets. They don't need constant attention. Sure, they do sometimes, and they'll let you know when they need it. I really admire that about cats. We have some story cards. Ooh, this is pretty. Healing. This is what I'm talking about when I say I want to make my own cards. The woman who made this deck, she painted every single one of these cards. She painted them, and then you scan your artwork, and then you send them in digitized, and you get these decks printed. And that's what I want to do. I want to create my own artwork and then attach meaningful phrases to each one, you know? Began to think of the fresh air and sunshine. You see that? So when I hear that, when I read that just now, you know what I thought of was a new environment. Fresh air and sunshine. Am I getting that here where I'm currently at in my life? Are you getting that? Are you getting your needs met where you currently are? If yes, great, keep going. If no, change it up. Go on a little weekend getaway. I don't know. Change your environment. Go to the coffee shop for a day. Change your environment up. Change the air. Change the scenery. Oh, I should probably read the meaning too. Surrounded by pink light, we heal from sickness of the heart and body. And then we have gratitude. Those we love make us shine more brightly. Be thankful for the love and support around you. Okay, I think of partnership. You know, we have this partnership. Like, protect it. Protect it with your life. And if there are things that you can overlook that have hurt you, then do so, because you have to zoom out and think in the big picture of things. Is this really important? Probably not. Yeah, put yourself in an environment where you can feel gratitude, where you can heal. Okay, here's another cat. Meow. Hey, meow. Has anybody seen the movie Super Troopers? Hey, meow. I used to work at a T-Mobile call center, and I would challenge my coworkers to see how many times they could say meow in a conversation with an angry customer. And then that started this chain reaction where then we would I had a really cool coach back then, and he would let us goof around like that. And then we would pick a word of the day, like "arr," or like, and we'd see like who could say them, like so many times on a call without the customer realizing what was going on. Innovation. Have fun. Yes, have fun. Have fun and experiment. Inventing something that surprises and has never existed before. That's what I'm talking about. Being a creative person, which we should all be. How disconnected are you to not be? Creativity literally introduces play and fun. Like it spurs that. It's fun. It's fun to be creative. It really taps into that childlike side of yourself. And if you think back to when you were a child and what brought you joy and happiness, that's what will heal you. And that's what will unlock those deep desires within from when you were little that are directly tied to your purpose. And creation, when you sing, when you paint, when you're being creative, you are creating something that has literally never existed before. Do that. I will create something that's never existed right now. Are you ready? Whoa! Never before in this timeline or in any other multiverses has that little whoa, and that one's new. In this moment, in this timestamp, like intonation, vibration coming from me in this, like it's new. It's something new that will never come again. Every moment, every little thing is unique. Be a creator. Don't be a consumer. Be a creator. And don't be a cheater. There's create, consume, and cheat. Create, 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 create. For the love of God, create. Look at this beautiful wolf. For wildness. I'm going to move our little kitty cat up. The wolf reminds us to honor the wildness of our being, to take chances, wander, travel unknown paths. I love this card too. Can you tell I love flowers? I love flowers. So unique and beautiful. Resilience. This is a special word to me. When I was a teen mom and had no support, we'll save that for another day. Worse than no support. My family was against me and would call CPS on me and try to get my son taken from me. I wasn't even a bad mom. I was a bartender. They didn't like that I was a bartender. Crazy. I remember, I digress. But like one Christmas, CPS knocks on my door. These ladies come in with their little clipboards. It's Christmas time. I have my tree up. There's a little train around the tree. My son's like 1.5 years old. And they're like, "Hi, we're so sorry to bother you, but we're with Child Services. We've had some anonymous calls. May we come in and just look through your home and observe you with your son?" And I'm like, "Yeah, come on in." I'm like 20 years old. And they look in my cupboards and they're like looking in the fridge. We just had salmon for dinner and they're just like, everything looks great. I'm like, "Yep, never done a drug in my life. I'm clean and sober and I'm a loving, kind young mother." And they watch me play with my son on the living room floor. And then they're talking to me and they're like, "Well, we're not allowed to tell you who called, but why would anybody call in on you?" And I'm like, "I'll tell you right now who it was. It's my family. My siblings." I'm 4 out of 6 kids. And my mom, my dad, my siblings, they all disapprove of my lifestyle because I don't go to church anymore. I bartend. I go to community college. He's in daycare a lot, but he's with good, like well vetted, like he's cared for while I'm gone, going to school and working to provide. They just don't approve. They don't approve, but they don't offer to help me either. So I don't know. I don't know why they call on me. But anyway, I had this word, the definition of resilience, on like a little, those little tearaway like calendars. I had it like taped to my mirror that held my key. I had like a mirror by my front door that held like my key hooks. So I get one last vain look at myself as I leave the house. No, but I would, make sure I had no boogers or whatever as I'm leaving the house, rushing out the door, and I would see that definition for resilience every day, multiple times per day. Resilience, resilience, resilience. You are strong, you are strong, you are strong. Taking on the strength of that which you overcome. Resilience, taking on the strength of that which you overcome. So I know it sounds cheesy, but in the Bible, King David said, count it all joy. Be so ecstatic and grateful and happy when you face something hard, something painful, like those fuckers coming to my door to watch me with my son. Great. I'm gonna great. Come on in. Let me prove everybody wrong. Let's get back to our day, or back to our families, and back to our Christmas. That was like 20 freaking years ago, but still, like, now I have those muscles developed. I'm not afraid of that. Come knock on my door. That was really scary to a 20-year-old single mom with no help, but I gained that muscle. I gained that strength after getting through it. I know that's not a very happy example, but I mean, this is about being real. Let's be real. Life fucking sucks sometimes, and there's so much pain that we all experience, and then some silent agreement has been made that we don't share our shit because it makes us look weak or ugly or undesirable, when the opposite is true. When you share your story, you exude power and you exude hope, and you give other people permission to say, you know what, I know how that feels, and I'm going through that right now. Do you have any advice for me? It's like handing out a rope or a lifesaver, like, here, join me in this. Let's help each other. Let's lift each other up. Let me share the things that aren't so pretty in my life so that you can know that you're not alone in this, because I've already walked it and I've already lived it, and I can tell you life still gets beautiful outside on the other side of it. So resilience, taking on the strength of that which you overcome. Community. Yes. Community is so important. And that's what I was saying at the beginning of this video. You get to choose who your family is. People don't just automatically get the right to have access to you and your life and your heart and your thoughts. I used to think that. I used to think it was my job to love everybody. Yeah, be loving in your interactions, be honorable, be respectful, but you don't have to give everybody access. Your heart does not have a revolving door. No. You've got a ring cam, you've got a bolt, maybe 2 bolts, you've got a little keypad code. Like, you do not just instantly give any Tom, Dick, and Harry off the street access to your heart. They have to prove that they are worthy and safe and deserving of access to you and your kindness and your love. So community. You build your own community of safety, of friendship. Also, when I look at this card, I see them wearing white and black. And that makes me think of yin and yang and duality. And to me, my favorite people in my life are the ones who wholly and fully accept me for who I am. The dark parts, the parts that I want to hide, the parts that I'm ashamed of. It's not very fun saying that CPS was at my door trying to see if I was a fit mother, But I'm not alone in that. I think people use that as a tool all the time. And it's so shameful feeling that you don't want to share it, But I know there are people in my life who know me and know my heart, and they know that's all bullshit, and they love me in spite of the things I'm not proud of, and all aspects of me, the not so shiny and the shiny, the good and the bad. And I hate saying that, not the good and the bad, because it's not bad necessarily. It's just things that we've been trained to feel ashamed of about ourselves that aren't even bad. I had a friend share with me the other day about bad qualities that they have, and I was like, that's not a bad quality. Like, what are you who told you that's bad? Like, what the fuck? People hang their shit on you if they have the chance, and that's not being pessimistic. That's just being real. Don't give people the opportunity to hang their baggage on you. It's not yours. No, take your garbage. You go take it to the dump. I'm not taking your garbage, and I'm not your dump. And we have crystal clear vision, crystal vision. You know what? I'm not even reading these. We should read them. Resilience. Okay, this card right here, resilience, says like a flower blooming after winter's frost. We are all stronger than we think. Tenacity and ability to carry on after life's setbacks. Yes. And then we have community, finding your tribe, the power of two, belonging, stronger together. And then we have this crystal vision card. The subconscious, like the crystal, is perfect and many faceted. Focus on third eye and psychic abilities. Or don't. You don't have to focus on psychic abilities. Just know that you have this programming that's been instilled within you, within your cells, that aren't even your fault. Things from your ancestors even. Did you know there's a study of science, like a niche in science called epigenetics? And that is the study of, I don't even know how they measure this shit, but apparently your DNA carries the traumas from the past, from hundreds of years ago, all the way your whole line of ancestry. And these limiting beliefs of like, oh, I'm ugly, I'm fat, or I'm not good enough, or whatever it is that you may feel like. I'll share one of my own. I used to believe, I don't believe this anymore, but I used to believe that love hurts. Like, that's just the way it is. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's just something to accept. And someone in my line, my family line, whether it be maternal side, paternal side, but down my family line, they had this belief that love is abusive, love hurts. And for whatever reason, epigenetics shows that belief can get turned on in your DNA in your lifetime, even though it's been dormant for 4 generations or something like that. So I choose to believe that belief got highlighted or brought up in my life for me to heal it. And when I healed it, I not only healed it for myself, I healed it for my whole line, all the way back to where it started from and all the way forward into my daughter and her children and their children and their children. I've cleared that. Love is safe. Love is easy. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love is gentle. Yeah. And not only love is, I am love itself. Love is not something external to be found or sought after. It's literally me. These little pudgy little fingers, love. Singa. I'm such a dork. Oh, dreamer. Where are my dreamers at? Comment for me. I want comments. Can you guys leave me comments? I want to interact with you all. What can I do to make my videos? Okay, first I need to freaking just make the videos. I want to know how to make them more interactive though. But I feel like hiding and just showing my hands is not really interactive. But I'm also like, ooh, about showing my face. Mostly because my life circumstances required me to hide, like literally for my safety. But I'm not afraid anymore, so I'm ready to come out of hiding. All right, dreamer. Manifesting energy for the world. She speaks to animals and translates their messages for mankind. Allow yourself to dream for the future. Yeah, especially in regards to love, because we have partnership here, reflection, transformation, innovation. healing, gratitude, resilience. The Two of Cups, this is the soulmate card of love, bonding, togetherness. Allow your heart to dream again for the future. Six of Swords, this represents healing, moving forward. A lot of times in tarot, you'll see this depicted as a boat in the water with six swords and people in the boat. And they're moving away from the shore, moving on to calmer waters. Oh, my Lord. I'm not a big fan of spiders. I won't kill them. I guess it depends on how big they are. No. Why is that one look like a watermelon? That's creepy. We have a spider. I don't really know what to think of this right now because I have a hard time feeling warm and fuzzy when I see a spider. Spider. You know what? You know what spiders are? Spiders are innovative. We have innovation here. And they create the strongest web. Like webs are really, I don't remember the facts about them, but there's like, they're super, super strong and can handle a lot of weight. And if you think how creative, innovative, to be able to spin a beautiful web that's functional and beautiful. And, functional, provides nutrition, support, home. We've got a little turnip with an ant. Maybe some of you out there need to shift your perspective on nutrition and learn to love yourself enough to learn to love healthy eating. That's me. I need to say thank you, body. I don't hate you, but thank you for pumping blood to my heart. Thank you for giving me life today. And you know what? I'm going to love you back. I'm going to do you a solid, body. I'm going to actually feed you something that heals you, heals your cells, and not something processed that actually brings death and shuts you down. Why don't I do you a favor for keeping me alive today? Unless you just want to turn into a robot. You know, I feel like our society wants us to be robots, at least here in America. Just consume, 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 consume. Eat, eat, eat. Fast food, fast food, fast food. Grocery, food in the grocery store, which is all packaged shit that would never get moldy if it sat on the shelves for 50 years. And then you put it in your body, and then you feel lethargic and grumpy, and you're not loving to the people around you, and then you binge watch TV all day until you fall asleep, and then you wake up and repeat your life again and go back to your slave job. You know what would change that? Nutrition. Feeling alive again. Feeling the desire to actually live life. Narwhal! These are mythical creatures. I don't know what to say about a narwhal. Maybe you feel like an oddball in your life or within your circle of friends. But look how endearing and lovely this narwhal is. I just want to give him a hug. You are magical. You are magical. You're not even a fucking magical unicorn. You're a magical narwhal. That's even more rare. Celebrate your differences. Celebrate who you are. And if people can't deal with who you present yourself to be, your authentic self, fuck them. Gargoyle. Yeah, just send this gargoyle on their ass. Scoop them up and drop them off in some alternate reality where they can all be miserable together and be robots together. I'm so mean with this cute little alien thing. I'm not sure what to think of that. I don't know what to do. I've never used these cards before. They're just cute. A basilisk, like a dragon. Okay, pardon me. I will be right back. Give me like 10 seconds. I'm so cold, and I'm going to put my jacket on. I'm really cold. I'm so cold. I don't know if you guys can hear me shivering or not, but I'm cold. I have this super warm jacket. Makes me feel like an Eskimo. Actually, that's probably not very appropriate. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't offend anybody. Growing up in the 80s, it was normal, and I understand that's not like politically correct now. But I feel like I could be warm in an igloo in this thing. Okay. All right, I'm back. I see some love cards peeking up. Love spell. You've been bewitched. Who's been bewitched? Who's under a love spell? Somebody out there watching? And then we have intimacy, sexual chemistry, reminiscing. Somebody is newly in love. Support. Look at all these wizards. Come on, camera, focus, please. Thank you. It says, I look at the vast network of support in my life. I'm just going to read it because that's not working. I look at the vast network of support in my life, and I'm reminded of what a superpower it gives me. At any moment, I can call on an army of top-notch people who want the best for me, which means I'm basically invincible. Take that, loneliness. Run for the hills, boredom. I'm sorry, what did you say to me? Pervasive, all-consuming anxiety? Damn right you didn't. Yes, that is feeling empowered, invincible. Why? Because you have carefully selected your support system, the people in your life that you call family, the people that you allow inside, on the very inside of who you are, that are safe. They've proved themselves over and over again to be safe people. Just because someone is family of origin doesn't give them a right to your inner circle. If they're not safe, they're not safe. End of story. We have cleansing. Feeling bogged down by the weight of 1,000 thoughts, feelings, boxes of mystery objects. Oh, I can relate to this. Feeling bogged down by the weight of 1,000 thoughts, feelings, boxes of mystery objects lurking in your closets. Consider this a prescription to clean house mentally, physically, literally, figuratively, and anything else that applies adverbally. It's hard to make room for new connections and experiences when every bit of your emotional space is cluttered with psychic bric-a-brac. So enjoy a major guilt-free flesh out. And not to worry, you can always find new psychic bric-a-brac in the metaphorical clutter section of Craigslist. Okay. Basically, it's just saying, let go of the old and welcome in the new. Right? Because we say we want abundance. We say we want new. But if you're hanging on to the old, if my hand was clutching a handful of pennies, I wouldn't be able to fit the $100 bill the universe is trying to slip in there, right? I have to release it, let it go, and get into receival mode. Thank you, universe. Or I could clutch tightly to the old. Can't receive the new if I'm clutching tightly to the old. We have maturity. We were talking about puzzle pieces earlier, if you recall. I make peace with the tough relationships of my past. Ooh, see, this is literally what I was talking about. Our past relationships, when they're painful, it's like taking that puzzle piece, the lesson you learn from it, to make yourself whole again. I probably would have skipped the pain they came with, but I'm grateful for the lessons they brought me. Because of those tough relationships, I can look back at the mosaic of my life. What the hell? I promise you, I have never, ever read this card before in my life. And I was literally, if you rewind, go back to the beginning, I don't know when, I was talking about imagine your heart as a puzzle. And every time you just give a piece of your heart away, but then all these pieces are everywhere. And every time you go through heartbreak or a tough relationship, you take back power, right? You take back that piece. The lesson that you've learned becomes this puzzle piece that you click together, and your heart becomes whole again. And you look at this mosaic, this masterpiece of your heart, and you think, okay, I can do this. I can risk it all for love again. And if I break, no big deal. I already know how to put it back together. I've already done it. That's crazy. And I've never read this. It talks about mosaic, puzzle pieces, tough relationships, grateful for the lessons. I can look back at the mosaic of my life and see value in even the most broken pieces. Yes. And then in little tiny asterisks, it says, internet stalked my exes. I really dodged a bullet. So examples of these lessons. Heartbreak. Aww. This card just makes me sad looking at it. She's like crying rivers. Cry me a river. Oh, cry me a river. You guys, I hate to break it to you, we're nowhere near the bottom of this pile. And I don't feel like going fast. I'm taking my sweet ass time, and I'm okay with that. Oh, cry me a river. Oh. Okay, let's read about it. Let's talk about it. Oh, I've heard of this story. Overwhelming distress, heartbreak. The story of La Lorna is one of heartbreak. Despite there being many iterations of this tale, all involve a mother who has lost her offspring. No matter whether the motive was rage, revenge, or control, nothing can justify the unthinkable and irreparable acts of infanticide and suicide taking place in the tale of La Lorna. That's why, according to urban legend, as punishment for her unforgivable act, the spirit of this woman mournfully roams the earth in search of her children for eternity. That gives me goosebumps. That is so sad. Somebody watching must know the pain of losing a child. I talked about like the fear of Children's Services taking my baby from me, you know? And then there's this. Such deep pain and heartache. I'm so sorry if someone watching is experiencing either separation from your children or even estrangement from your adult children or the death or the loss of a baby or a miscarriage. All these things are super, super painful and really undeserved, unwarranted. You shouldn't have to feel this pain or know this pain, and I'm sorry if you're feeling it now. So there's a couple different meanings for this card. One of them, I'll read all of them, would be ancestral, mother, suffering, worry. Here's another meaning. The inability to focus on anything apart from loss, regret, and mistakes is leading to deep, deep anguish. If you allow dark emotions to pester you, you will find yourself doing and saying something you will regret and can't take back, resulting in isolation and despair. I don't know if you remember, I stated at the beginning of this video that I decided to do this right now because I did not want to sit in my negative emotions, focusing on pain, wrongful, someone has done me wrong, and I'm not going to. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do an Oracles Only reading, and I'm going to just soak up all the feel-good messages that come forth. Because if I soak in this negative energy and allow my emotions to run the show, I'm going to say or do something I'm going to regret. Because am I justified in being angry and upset and saying something mean? Yeah, sure, I am. Is that who I am, though? Even though I have the right to do that? No, it's not who I am. I'm not an ugly, mean person. So I'm going to take a beat. I'm going to try to transform my energy. Take that shit, turn it into gold, Rumpelstiltskin. And rise above. You know? Maybe I will revisit the situation when I'm not emotional so that I'm not reacting. So that I can come from a place of love, you know? And not anger. If you allow dark emotions to pester you, you will find yourself doing and saying something that you will regret and can't take back. Here's another message. You will never have someone back in your life in the way that they once were. Oh. A death has happened or will occur. So, yeah, I just feel really strongly there's someone watching who's lost a child, either to some bullshit circumstances or literally to death. And I want to say, and I know this may sound trite, death is a sham. It's not real. Death is a sham. It's a lie that's been sold to us. Science has proven that energy cannot be destroyed. We are energetic beings. We are energy. We are matter. People don't die and they're not just dead and gone and that's it, end of story, game over. This reality that we live in isn't even real. This isn't real life. The spiritual realm, everything else that we can't see is more real than this, what we're touching and experiencing. And I know this probably isn't helpful for someone going through, grieving right now. But if I can comfort you in any way, just know that death isn't going to stop you from loving and being with that person. And what keeps that person alive every day are the memories. Keep telling the stories. Keep remembering the moments. Retell them. That keeps them alive. Our consciousness, our thoughts, our emotions. That's what brings things to life. And even after death, I believe we reunite with our people. We have a soul family. We have people who find us at every lifetime. I believe in multiverses. I believe in timelines. And I believe that our children especially choose us. Literally, my children saw the shit show that was my life and said, I want that. I sign up for that. Send me there. I want to be with that person. I want that person to be my mom. At least in this simulation. We might not be mother-child, at a soul level. They may be older than me even at a soul level. But I'll tell you what, I'm fucking grateful for every moment that I get to spend with them, every conversation I have with them, every fight that I have with my son, whatever, all of it, all the experiences I'm grateful for, and I will just keep them in my heart forever. And God forbid one day I ever have to experience the pain of losing a child. I have experienced that in the form of government overreach. However, I have not experienced it in the form of material, death. So that I don't have anything to say to make anyone feel better in those regards, other than the fact that I know that this life is not real and there's more outside of this. It's like we're all sitting in the living room and the person who passed away got up and walked out and went to another room. They're not gone. They're just in another room and you can't see them right now. But you're going to see them again. You're going to hug them again. You won't remember the pain. You'll just feel immense peace and joy. So much love. And I do believe that even when they get up and walk out and go into another room at no fault of their own or your own or whatever, it just is what it is. Even from the other room that you can't see, they're sending you signs, signals, birds, butterflies, hope, little cues and clues, just little breadcrumbs of love in this realm for you from them. And if you doubt that, then I really want to challenge you to put that out there. Say, you know what? God, angels, universe, would you just do this to show me that so-and-so can see me and hear me and knows me and still loves me? And I guarantee you will start to see those things. For me, it was cardinals. It's like, show me this. I want to see this. I've never seen this and I want to see these. And now I have red birds that sit at my freaking window and wake me up. Red cardinals, literally. And I'm like, are you for real? And they just sit there for 5 minutes chirping at me, staring at me. I'm like, I'm naked. Go away, bird. But it's the universe. I asked for it. I said, show me this. I want to know that I'm on the right path in my life. I want to see red cardinals. You could even be like, I don't know, make it something that you wouldn't normally see. Okay. Here's another one. It says, another meaning to this card. You won't be able to get back what was given up. And your action is to let yourself mourn. Allow yourself to mourn. I am so sorry for anyone out there watching this who's grieving a loss of a loved one. Oh my gosh. Speaking of loss, there's definitely someone who's grieving right now. And I just want to hug you so tight and wrap you up in a warm blanket and make you a cup of tea and just sit with you and cry with you. That's what I want to do right now. Whoever's watching this, if you're experiencing a loss right now, just drop a broken heart in the comments And then I will respond with a word of encouragement and a hug emoji. Loss. Sadness. Regret. Missing of lost love. Rank. Oh, sorry. I was like, that makes no sense. Sadness. Regret. Missing of lost love, rank, or item. Potential for transformation. Transformation. Allow the energy of fear to be transformed by love, creativity, and compassion. Move on. Someone is unavailable. A waste of time. It's over. So what I say to that, if you're in a relationship and your partner is dishonoring you in some way by, I don't know how to word this. If you're feeling disrespected over and over and over again, just hold the door open. Maybe slap their ass on the way out. You don't need that. There's so much love out there. There's so much love within you. My hope for you is that one day you understand that you don't need any love outside of yourself in order to know that you are worthy of all the best, all the support, all the acceptance. You are worthy of a love who doesn't lie, who doesn't cheat, who doesn't steal. You are worthy of a love who anticipates your needs. You are worthy of a love who holds space for you. You are worthy of a love who doesn't hesitate to hold you in their arms for a moment of safety whenever you need. You are worthy of a love that brings laughter and healing and joy into your life and security, stability. So that is my hope to you watching right now, to really know this feeling. And anyone who doesn't offer any of those things, hold the door open for them and say, bye. Go on. Out you go. I'm not an option. I'm removing myself from the game because I don't play that game. You're too good at a game I don't even want to play. So just go. Get out of my life. You know? And it's painful, for real, for sure. But it's so worth it. And it's that release, right? Release the old. When you let something go, then you get in receival mode and you're like, okay, universe, I'm ready. I'm ready for what I really deserve. When you say no to everything else, then God can give you the real authentic. There's so many counterfeits out there, counterfeits for everything. Fake this, fake that. Oh my God, especially with AI, artificial bullshit. Fake, 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 fake. Nothing. There's no replacement for the real deal. It even has an energetic vibrational signature to it. Real love, you'll know it. It's easy. It's kind. It's gentle. It's soft. It's safe. It's freeing. It's freedom. I was just talking to my kids about that today because my son said something funny about this little fish he has. I went into his room today to wake him up and this fish looked dead. I'm like, oh, poor Winston. And he's like, what, is he dead? Is he finally dead? I'm like, stop, Colton, don't say that. He's like, I haven't fed him in forever. And so I grabbed the fish food and I'm like sprinkling it in. And the fish like jerks to go get the food. Poor starving fish. He's like, I just want to put him out of his misery. Poor thing needs to die. He's just miserable in there. I'm like, he's a fish. They love being in there. That's his fishbowl. He has a better life, a better home with you than he did on the shelf of a pet store in a little tiny plastic cup. Because we got fresh water every day. I go, yeah, shocked. Shock, shock, shock. You know, that's not good for a fish to get shocked with fresh water every day. He goes, is it a home or is it a cage? And I said his ex-girlfriend, I'm like, Bella would definitely be a cage. He's like, oh yeah, for sure. But he's like, that's all marriage. Marriage is a cage. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. That is such a lie. True love is freedom. True love is acceptance. I've always said I want to be loved with an open hand. Do you want to? I'm going to be super vulnerable and I'm going to share something with you guys. I have these hearts. I just moved them over here because I was rearranging things. I bought these hearts at the beach in Oregon my friend and I, when lockdown started for COVID, when the world shut down all in the same weekend, we were we were on an adventure. She wanted to, for her birthday, she wanted to rent a convertible and drive all the way up and down the coastline of Oregon, from Washington down to California. And she bought this giant Costco bottle of avocado oil. And she wanted to stop at every single beach access. You know how many beach? There's so many. Like 100 feet away, another one and another one. She wanted to stop at every access point to the ocean and sprinkle avocado oil in the ocean and pray over it. It was so fun. So we did. We were just a couple loonies. I freaking miss that lady. And on that trip, I bought these hearts because they symbolize to me my own heart and the heart of my future love, and my commitment to always hold their heart. It's glass, right? These are made of glass. Where was I going with this? If somebody can't, what love is. Love, well, you are love. Like, love is inherent. It's just a part of your fiber, of your makeup, of your being. But in regards to relationships and partnership, I've always said I would love to be held with an open hand. And to me, what that means is freedom. Like, love should be free, not a cage. It should be someone who knows when to wrap their arms around you and give you a sense of security, not control, not squeezing you to the point of breaking you, but with gentleness. Not risking dropping you, and vice versa. Like, you should do that for each other. You should handle each other's hearts, with care and gentleness and with an open hand of freedom. Like, be you. Operate the way you need to operate. Do what you need to do that makes you feel most at peace with yourself and the world around you. And I will be here, just like this silent support beneath you, holding you up. If you need me, I'm here. You have the freedom to go, do, and be your best. Go be your best self, and just know that I'm here with you. And so that's what these mean to me. So yeah, just someday, I don't know if I'll ever share this with them, but I love this little analogy. They kind of look like butts if I turn it upside down. Little butt crack, in the heart there. This blue one is a lot heavier, and this one's really light and fragile, more fragile. So I imagine, like, my person having a heavy heart, just maybe the heaviness, the weight of the world, taking on everything, being the protector, how there's that stigma of how men don't cry and you should be the strong one, blah, 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 blah. That's a bunch of bullshit. If you feel like you need to cry, you just gotta cry. You gotta feel it to heal it. But this is more light and fragile, so I like to think someday I'll be like playful and light and carefree and a reprieve for someone who's had a heavy heart. But we will both handle each other with care, consideration, respect, love, laughter, joy. Just such a tangent. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Thank you for sticking with me if you've stuck it out this long. I'm just going to put these little hearts over here carefully, just like you should treat your partner. Protect your partnership. We read that earlier. Put your relationship first. Treat it with care. Protect it. All right. And we have spiritual guidance. Listen to yourself. Listen to your intuition. The sweet yellow bird whispers messages from angels and guides. Receive help solving problems or with questions that logic cannot master. Sweet bird whispers messages from angels and guides. Receive help solving problems or with questions the logic cannot master. I believe that angels were created to help us. They're not higher than us, more powerful than us. They are literally here to serve us. And I know it sounds horrible to say, but like, you have a team assigned to you and they literally can't help you unless you ask for help. because of free will. And I think that's another toxic thing of the world and society. It makes you think, oh, you're weak if you ask for help. No, ask for help. Because if you don't ask for help, then you're not going to have access to supernatural powers from your angels or guidance, right? Just fucking ask for help. If you're at this moment in your life where you're on your knees crying and in so much despair, will it hurt you to just say, help? Help me. There's a book by Anne Lamott that I love, and it's called Help, Thanks, Wow. I believe that's what it's called. I might be wrong, and I don't remember what it's about, but I remember that I loved it. So I need to probably find that book and reread it. But help. Just say help. Or you don't even have to say a word. There's also a song by Amy Grant called A Broken Hallelujah. Maybe sing a little bit of it. I don't know the words. God hears a mother's cry in the dead of night. Da 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 da. God hears a mother's cry. Do 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 do. Better than a hallelujah sometimes. So it's like saying, like, our pain does not go unseen. He hears it and sees it and feels it and hurts with you. He's not this God up in the sky or source, creator, whatever you want to fucking call it, whatever to use your higher power. It's not some distant idea that's out of reach and out of touch. No, to me, I imagine my creator, the person who created me, the entity, whatever, this source energy is flowing through me. I'm never apart from God, quote unquote God. Every moment that I experience, every tear that I cry, every angry moment, everything that I feel, I'm with God. I'm with source. They're with me in that moment, feeling what I feel. They're not far off and distant. How's it go? Better than a hallelujah sometimes. We pour out our miseries. We pour out our miseries. God just hears the melody. Beautiful, the mess we are. The honest cries of breaking hearts are better than a hallelujah sometimes. So like pouring out your misery, God just hears a melody. Your honesty, your honest cry for help is so beautiful. And it's not coming from a place of brokenness. It's coming from a place of strength because you're acknowledging that you're not alone in that moment. And that takes courage and that takes strength. To not be the victim. To say, I'm not alone. There's someone or something higher than me. There's something else that can help me. So help me. Whoever, whatever you are, angels, guides, God, help me. I can't fucking do it alone anymore. And you know what? You're not alone. And you'll realize that as soon as you cry out for help. We have the storyteller. I like to say I'm a storyteller. I have stories for days. I worked at a bar once, and the owner would sit there at the bar top and drink with his buddies and get drunk and be like, Susie, tell us a story. And I'm like, give me a word, any word. And they would yell out a word, a random word, and I'd tell them this elaborate story, true story, but maybe embellish, little embellishments that make it better. They would laugh and laugh. Okay, storyteller. Weaver of words, pictures and dreams. Makes order from chaos. She brings lessons from the shadow world into light. She is a great teacher. Lessons from the shadow world into the light. Yeah, lessons. Like my family turning on me. I don't know why, but like calling CPS on me. I'm going to bring that lesson into the light. And you know what I learned? Those aren't safe people for me to love and open up to. So they showed me with their behavior where they belong in my life. So if you have someone in your life who you've allowed in based on sheer guilt alone, cut that out. Get out your spiritual scissors and start cutting ties with them now. I can't do it. Why can't I? I can't do the motion of cutting. I think it's because I'm so cold. If you felt my hands right now, I'm cold. I live in like 100-year-old house, and it does not keep the heat in very well. We have Rebel. I love a good rebel. I really do. I'm such a rebel myself. I feel like rebels should be celebrated instead of robots, NPCs. You are the main character of your life. Choose your worthy opponents. No, I'm kidding. Choose your team wisely, you know? You deserve the best. Rebel. And for my religious people watching, you know who was a really cool rebel also? Jesus. Everything that Christianity stands for today in religion, the rules, the regulation, the fear, the shame, the tradition, you better do it this way or you're bad. All of that bullshit, that's exactly what Jesus was against and stood against. In his time, the political leaders of his time, they were the Pharisees and the Sadducees. They were from two opposite viewpoints. Some would say the left and the right or whatever. But they stood for, like, it was very religious. It was rigid religiosity. And Jesus was like, fuck all that shit. None of that matters. Just be love. Love yourself. Love your neighbor. You know? Take no shit and do no harm. It's that easy. All right. Sorry. That's my religion. Rebel. She dances to the beat of her own drum. It's time to manifest your feisty, dare to be different energy. Hell yeah. It's 2025. It's the year of the number 9. I don't remember what that means, but there's significance to it. Look it up. I don't know. I'm going to look it up when I get off of here. But I was talking to my son today. He was due on September 9th. 9/9, right? He was due on the 9th. So 2 nights. He was 9 days late. That's another 9. To be born on the 18th. And when you do numerology, you reduce it. So you add 1 plus 8, and that makes another 9. What? Mind blown. So I just feel like 9's so significant. With play. Have fun. Celebrate. Play. Don't be too serious. What is this a picture of? Some chick in a bikini in a martini glass or a margarita glass. Have fun. Don't take life too serious. Be a rebel. Unleash your wild woman era or wild man era, whoever's watching. Don't forget, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever. It's a free gift. Merry 70. Just go to my Etsy shop and type that Merry 70 in, and you'll get 70% off whatever is in your cart. And we have crystals for achievement. This is labradorite, and this is super, like, protective or spiritual. I don't even remember what labradorite stands for. I would love to learn crystals. I don't know anything about them. I really don't. I think they're pretty, and I'll buy them when I feel like one's calling to me. The very first crystal I ever bought was this one. And it's garnet. It's my daughter's birthstone. I bought it for her. And then on my 40th birthday, as a gift to myself, it's really heavy. Oh, it's like a bookend. I use it for a bookend. I bought myself some amethyst. This is my birthstone. So if everything is energy and frequency, these must have some kind of energetic properties to them. I just don't understand how it all works, but it's cool. They're pretty. I've got them. I like to go on Etsy and find, oh my gosh, this one really has my heart right here. This one, let me explain. This one is from Chatham County, North Carolina, where it just got wiped out in those floods. Like whole counties wiped off the map. You can't see this, can you? Oh, there you go. So this has energy from that region, from that area that no longer exists. Just bodies and bodies, and we've all been lied to on the media about the destruction and the devastation and the loss, mass, like genocide, basically, wiping out what affected 5 states. Oh, this makes me sick to my stomach. So every day actually, I look at this and I just pray for peace and healing for the survivors of such a horrific, horrific experience. Can you imagine? No warning. Hurricane coming, what was it, 500 miles into the mountain? When does a fucking hurricane go into a mountainous region? That's crazy. Totally not expecting it and totally wiped out in moments. It's so sad. And so I just think of all the survivors, the people that have lost family. I just say a prayer for them, and I'll do it right now. Holy Spirit, would you just fill each person who's crying themselves to sleep right now? Fill them with your peace. Surround them with your love. Fill their hearts with joy again. And cause them to know that they are not alone in their suffering. Crazy. Anyway, this is labradorite. We have crystals for achievement. And I will keep going because we have a huge pile of cards and I just get so sidetracked. I should probably read. Yeah. Let me read it to you. Okay, crystals. Number 9. Give yourself a pat on the back for all you have achieved. The time and energy you've put into your endeavors have paid off. Crystals are formed over time by molecules coming together in a repeated pattern, and they are symbols of success, victory, and achievement. The crystal labradorite point depicted on the card is a visual representation of reaching the top, and the shape frequently appears in monuments and landmarks. Just as this stone shines in the light, you are shining bright in your own way. Release your stress and doubt. You've successfully overcome all the challenges and difficulties you've encountered thus far. Resilience. This is a reminder that hard work pays off and a triumphant time is here. Stand tall and be proud of what you've accomplished. Yes. Recognition for your work. In the public eye, the successful completion of a project, graduations, engagements, milestones, celebrations, positive results from hard work, mastery. Hello again. Hello. Hello again. Recycle and recover. That makes me think of like going grocery shopping with my bag. When materials such as boxes or plastic are placed in a recycling bin, it is with intention that they will be converted into something else just as useful as the original product. Think about your ability to bounce back in a very similar way. This card is an indication that things are coming full circle. This is a period of restoration and recovery. Woo! You're coming back, baby. Full throttle. Full success. Restoration, recovery. If you've experienced hardships or setbacks, you will be renewed. You will be renewed and made whole again. Don't get caught up in how this should look or present itself because it may surprise you. Surprise, surprise. Has anybody seen that meme with that lady dancing? Surprise, surprise. I love it so much. Opportunity to recoup any losses. Heal from past hurts. Renewal. See, y'all, I'm already feeling better. So it's impossible for you watching to not feel better no matter what's going on in your life right now. I've got the lotus leaf, the lotus flower. So stand still for now and listen to your life. You know that lotuses grow through the mud, right? They do. They grow through mud and they blossom and bloom into this magnificent, righteous, holy flower. And then we've got this King of Swords. The King of Spades is also known in tarot as the King of Swords. It's also the Boston Fern here on my lovely little plants card. Courtesy of Amazon, thank you. And it says, Boston Fern will love, let me just read it. Will love the high humidity of a shady corner in the bathroom. Never let the soil dry out. Okay, so when you think of something that loves humidity, loves water, loves being hydrated. I'm thinking of thirst for knowledge when I look at this card, because the King of Swords is very cerebral, intelligent, acute, just very, 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 very smart, always in their head, always thinking, always a protector. Yeah. So if you have a King of Swords in your life, take care of them. Don't let them dry out. Make sure you hydrate them well. Give them lots of water, because there's a lot going on in their mind. You know, like the heaviness of that blue heart, like that feeling of like the weight of the world, especially with people who are in their heads a lot and they don't let people in and they don't let people know. It's hard. It's heavy. So just water them. Show them you love and appreciate them. Be a silent support. Just like this little hanging basket, just be a silent support for your King of Swords in your life. We have a silver inch plant. Happy in a bright spot away from direct sunlight, tolerant of irregular watering. So very low maintenance care for this one. I don't know why. It's like, let me go. There we go. It's a very happy plant. Doesn't need a lot of maintenance. Can handle, you know, if you forget to water it a day or two, it's going to still thrive and be fine. Happy and bright. Tolerant of irregular watering. It's also the Page of Cups, which is very childlike energy, very carefree vibes, young, happy, happy-go-lucky, just real carefree. Maybe these are two people. Someone who doesn't need a lot of maintenance. They're just happy by nature, and someone who has the weight of the world on their shoulders. And then we have this Hidden Secrets card, the Red Rose. Ooh, Hidden Secrets. There's a quote on here from Buddha. 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. The truth will always come rising to the top. I needed to hear that because I don't like liars. The truth will present itself. So you don't have to lift a finger or do a thing. Just keep being positive, keep being carefree, young at heart. Just keep high vibe, and the truth will rise to the top and let itself be known. And actually, hold up. Hey, wait a minute. I have a definition to read for that card. The Red Rose. I can't believe so much. That's all right. All right. Red roses have been treasured and imbued with deep meaning throughout history. The floors of Cleopatra's palace were carpeted with red rose petals. The red rose came to be associated with secrets when in Greek mythology, a rose was given by Eros to Harpocrates, the god of silence. In ancient Roman times and throughout the Middle Ages, red roses hung above the tables were a signal that the words spoken beneath the roses, sub rosa, would be kept strictly secret. The rose is often used to signify secret religious and spiritual rituals. In the secret language of flowers, the number of roses was as significant as the color. A single red rose meant, "You are the one." A bouquet of 6 red roses meant, "I want to be yours." And here's your message. Keeping secrets not only keeps others in the dark, but keeps them at a distance. Always speak your truth, even when you think it may hurt. It's better to make someone cry with the truth than to make someone smile with a lie. And ain't that the truth? Don't I know that? I would rather be told the truth and cry about it than be lied to and find out later. That is way more painful. 7 of Swords. This is sneaky, lying, cheating, stealing energy. Chinese money plant. Easy to grow and propagate. Water when the soil feels dry. Grows towards the light. So turn the pot regularly. 7 of Swords. Yeah, it could be sneaky behavior. And with this saying hidden secrets, it could also mean be strategic. But I'm thinking somebody, maybe in a romantic connection, isn't being forthright with you. They're hiding something from you. Maybe they think it's for the best because of that whole quote saying, it's better to hear the truth and cry than be like. So maybe their intention is to not hurt you, but every single time withholding the truth will hurt somebody. And we have the daisies. Daisies to me signify innocence, childlikeness. Makes me think of making daisy chains like in the fields. So with that card, I wrote out my own little description for this. So daisies signify fun, affection, innocence, purity, hope, spiritual faith, eternal life of the soul, the opportunity to begin again, new beginnings. So maybe someone's been dishonest with you, but there's an opportunity here for renewal, for healing, for new beginnings. Maybe they lied to you because they have a lot on their mind and they didn't want to hurt you. They wanted to keep you at a carefree, fun, vibing energy. More with the roses. But here we have two, and this makes me think of soulmates. Whereas this one was hidden secrets, this one I believe is restoration. A second chance, a new beginning together. All right, so roses, miraculous love at work in the world, special love God has for humans, promise, new beginnings, hope, holiness, shared and deep love, romance. Okay. I'll find a better way to do this in the future, but for now, that's what I got. That's what I got for now. Oh, and then we have the spider plant. A healthy plant will develop little plantlets that you can pinch out of the pot to create even more plants. Okay, so this speaks about the ability to team up with someone else, because the Three of Pentacles is teamwork, focused effort, growth. So abundance can be created between you and another if you both have the same vision, the same plan, the same goal. Be upfront, be forthright with your intentions, with your hope for the future. Lay it all out there and compare plans and be like, okay, this is what I want. This is what you want. Does this work? Can we make this work? I'm not saying don't abandon your plans for theirs and vice versa. Just compare notes. Okay, yeah, I think this will work. I think we are compatible and we can both pursue our passions and our dreams and both encourage one another and uplift the other while we pursue happiness and love each other in the process. That's great. I love that. Treat yourself to something beautiful today. I used to buy myself flowers all the time. Isn't that funny? There's nothing wrong with that. I take myself to the movies alone. In fact, I think I'm going to go to a movie tomorrow. Yeah, there's just do it. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Speaking of deserving, you deserve love. You are lovable. You are love itself. We have let go of control issues. That's a tough one, I will say. I'll be honest here. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Yeah, I think it's natural to want things to go a certain way because we get so attached to an outcome. We want things to go right for us for once. So control can enter in not from a manipulative stance, but just from your heart to want to see things work out the way you think they should. And so you don't even realize you've got a tight grip, But things work out best when you can just hold it loosely in your hand and just know that no matter what comes, you'll be able to handle it. And for right now, for what I have in my hand, I'll be thankful for it and just treat it with love and care and affection. Like my little heart that I want someone to hold gently. We have a snake here. We've got a third-party situation. Someone watching is dealing with a third-party situation right now as we speak. There's a third party interfering with your relationship. This can be literal or a rival or people gossiping. Family and friends may try to influence your relationship. Well, I say if you have a spouse, if you have a partner, if you have someone who allows that, that's a no-go for me. That's like a number one deal breaker. We are in a relationship with each other, not with the other people. The outside people have no right to the life that we choose to create. So if somebody is with you and they can't back you up and support you to others, cut your losses and move on. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. But not if they can't fucking defend you. You know, I was married to someone who never stood up for me ever, to his mom, and she was horrible. And his sisters. His mom and his sisters were so mean. So that was just such abandonment, you know? Like, what? I would never let anyone, even a stranger, be treated like this. Anyway, it's a non-negotiable. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. That's such a funny picture to me. I want to make noises for it. Oh, Fabio. I'm sorry. I can't with that one. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. Okay? I'm just going to leave that there. It might literally be being affected by children, or this might represent childish behaviors or childhood trauma that's been unresolved and not healed fully. And remember, true love, real love, is healing and freeing and allows room for these issues to bubble up to the surface and be looked at and dealt with. Here's a self-reflection question. What have I tolerated from people in the past that I no longer have space for? Ask yourself that. I gave you an example when I said my ex-husband who never stood up to his family. I'll never tolerate that again. We have a snake. Another snake, and this is a 7 of Wands. So the need to defend yourself. You have the higher ground. Do what is necessary to defend yourself against some kind of sneaky energy in your life. Here we have a moon. It says see. See not with your eyes, but with your soul. Trust in yourself to know the answer. I like that. Connect. Within each being is a light that connects us all. How you treat others is a reflection of how you treat yourself. Facts. When we judge others, we're judging ourselves. We have empathy and communicate. We've got this turtle. We've got this elephant. It is storming outside my windows right now. My bedroom is like all windows too, so it's extra cold in here. Empathy and communicate. One wall of windows is all like ivy grown over, and I love it. That's where my birds come and sit. So I don't have curtains because nature is my curtain, my window cover. Empathy and communicate. Let's read about this little turtle. Empathy is super important. It's good to have in moderation. Here's a quote from Barack Obama. Learning to stand in somebody else's shoes, to see through their eyes, that's how peace begins. We all come to the table of life with a different set of experiences and expectations that set the stage for our responses to future events. Even if you have trodden a similar path without ever walking in the shoes of another, it's literally impossible to truly know how that person feels. With this in mind, allow yourself to listen to others as they tell their story, and as you feel their experience as though their burdens are your own. Embracing the experiences of another enables you to see the world through their lens and cultivates an understanding of their actions. Allow your own experience of struggle to provide you with a springboard by which to understand and develop a sense of empathy for others. Understand, relate, feel compassion. I consider the footprints I am leaving on the hearts of those around me. Spending time outside its shell, the turtle becomes attuned to the earth that surrounds it. Like the turtle, you must venture beyond your shell and tune into the experiences of others. All right. Communicate with this elephant here. Anne Frank says, I think a lot, but I don't say much. This makes me think of our heavy-hearted person who has the weight of the world on their shoulders. There are many ways to communicate with those around you when words are not enough. Though communication is often considered to be verbal, there are many other ways to cultivate understanding. If your communication with others has been difficult, it may be time to reassess the methods that you have been using to convey your message. Words not spoken often say more. The way a person acts can provide more insight than what they are able to verbally communicate. Yeah, that's what I was telling you with the bullseye. People show you where they belong in your life. Don't listen to words. Words are meaningless. It's actions that matter. Consider the smaller interactions you have with others on a daily basis. A kind word or compliment, a smile, or a random act of kindness for someone you may never meet. All these actions relay positivity into the life of others, reverberating through their world more than you will ever know. Convey, promote, encourage, commune. I listen not just to the words, but the spaces between them. The majestic elephant can communicate with its peers through a number of methods, including infrasound and seismic exchange. This card may serve as a reminder that speech is not the only method of communication available to you. Okay, it's communication. I'm going to speed up because I'm feeling myself like winding down. I'm feeling so tired. And we have a huge pile still. Soften. It's better to be a soft wind no one saw coming. Do you hear that siren? Angels, go help. Help the EMTs. Help the families of the victims. Help the victims. Please go help right now. It's better to be a soft wind no one saw coming than a tornado that destroyed everything in its path. What did the people who raised me teach me about love? What lessons do I want to keep? What do I want to challenge? I spoke on that earlier about how I learned growing up that love abandons, love hurts. When I was 3 years old, my mom and dad went to freaking China for 4 months. 3-year-old me didn't know how to make sense of that. All I knew is my people were gone. Love abandons, love leaves. And the therapy that I did literally like taps into your nervous system because we're like supercomputers. We store knowledge of everything within our bodies. Even if you don't consciously like lay down memory, your body knows. Your brain knows. Like it's a supercomputer. But so that got activated when I was 3, that belief that love leaves me. I was number 4 out of 6 kids. So like I was the baby at 3 years old. I didn't have younger siblings yet. And all I knew was my little people, my friends, my older sister, my 2 older brothers, my mom, my dad, they were just gone one day. And I was placed with these strangers, my parents' friends, which I love them. I know them to this day. I love them so much. But my mom and dad went to China to smuggle Bibles in to communist China in the 1980s. But little me didn't understand that. And I just thought, why am I alone, you know? And so that's where I first activated the belief that love abandons me. So what do the people who raised me teach me about love? That love hurts. Love leaves me. My home was a war zone. They were definitely not in love. They were definitely not kind to one another. What lessons do I want to keep and what do I want to challenge? I've already done that work. Now it's your turn. Think about what you learned from your childhood, from your family of origin about love. It does not mean that you have to hang on to that belief. It doesn't have to belong to you and your story in your life. You can resolve it within yourself and retell that story. Excuse me. We have the sun. The sun represents success, optimism, positivity. It's the happiest card ever. Super happy. Good vibes here. We have diamond, enduring love, wishes fulfilled, keeping promises. Maybe to yourself, or maybe this is marriage on the horizon for some of you. We have this self-love message. I believe I am worthy of feeling love. You are. I believe I am worthy of feeling love. I bring light with me wherever I go. We have adventuring with heart healing, love activation, dreams come true. Gosh, wishes fulfilled, dreams come true, enduring love, heart healing. That's amazing. Manifest your soulmate. Light a pink candle while you visualize your soulmate. Prayers and wishes are very important for you now. This card also indicates that your manifestation will come into your reality soon. Let me tell you a secret. I mean, no offense to those of you who believe different. I don't think lighting a candle is going to change anything. I think it's all about your heart and your intentions. And it's about your actions, what you show the universe you want. When you are saying yes to situationships, when you're saying yes to fuckboys or fuck girls, whatever, when you're saying yes to the things that are absolutely a conflict of interest to this, to your soulmate, to what you really truly want at your core, the universe is not going to drop your soulmate in your lap if you are saying yes to all the things, the wrong things, and that space is filled with garbage. Get rid of the garbage. Clear it out. Say no to everything except what you really truly want, and that's when it's going to come into your life. Screw lighting a candle. Say no to the hookups. Say no to the cheap counterfeit, the AI version of love. Say no to that shit. You want authentic, real, high vibrational connection, love, respect. Something that will go the distance. Something that won't leave you feeling fearful. I'm worthy of the best things in life. This little tree with all these little like religious symbols on it. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Always follow your heart. Always. It's that simple. Speaking of being simple, it's simple really. How do I feel? I want you. Us. Forever. We have Amazonite, good communication, keeping hope alive, reducing drama. So many love cards, guys. It's important right now to take a step back. Come on. It's important right now to take a step back. Are you hearing me, webcam? Come on, let's focus here. There's too much background shit for it to focus. Why do I cuss so much? It's such a bad habit. I just do. I'm going to read it to you. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. You are who you are because of your history. All of it has helped you grow in love and wisdom. Every experience has blessed you in some way. Embrace the past and forgive anything that needs forgiving. And we have this little guy. Life is a cycle of changing seasons. Let us welcome each new season and surrender the past with grace. Let us remember that nothing is ever lost, for all exists eternally within our hearts. Let go of perfection. Guilty. I know. Let go of perfection. It's good enough. It's good enough, and so are you. New beginning. You've gotten lots of new beginning cards. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Freedom! Mel Gibson style. William Wallace. Freedom! There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Acceptance is key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Twin flames. Ooh! Your passion ignites. This card, man. Let me let go, darling. Let me let go. You deserve all the good things in this world, and right now I am not in a space to give you the type of connection you deserve. Live your life and let me let go. So somebody doesn't want to give you what you need, basically, and open that door for them. Smack their ass on the way out for good measure and move on, because you deserve more. You deserve someone who is willing to invest and match your investment for investment. Reciprocal love. Try to look at things more from a feeling level. What is your heart saying? If you look at life purely through logic, you will always get to a point where it seems to make no sense. True wisdom and understanding reside in the heart. Sometimes things just don't make sense, and you have to just trust how you feel. That's when I say follow the peace. Quit trying to figure it out and just be grateful. Empowerment. When you ask the divine to take over, you get pulled into your own authentic power. It's a force of inner love that wants your wholeness and magnificence. Unfold my true and radiant self, dear Lord. True love. Love. True love. Princess Bride. Your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner, but this sovereignty actually leads to the deepest intimacy for you to stop using others. Let me repeat that. Stop using others. Let me stand on my own feet, dear Lord, and know true love. And my favorite, this Flame of Desire. It's so cool. This is from the Ripple deck. All the cards in this deck are like made of like, it looks like torn paper, the artwork of it. It's really cool. I like it. Ripple. Desire. It's in the suit of, see the booklet even looks like strips of paper. Emotions, the power of feeling. Desire. Let me read it. If I can find it. Okay, I found it. How do you know you're alive? Desire is a feeling of vitality, the pulse that propels us forward and toward. Embracing your desires, passions, and aspirations can be a path towards liberation and fulfillment. Easier said than done. Wanting can feel dangerous to some of us because of the potential frustration, rejection, or disappointment that may arise from not getting what we want. If instead your desire tends towards craving or feeling insatiable, check to see if it's protecting you from a less comfortable feeling. Volatile and unchecked desire consumes everything and can lead to addiction, materialism, and the relentless pursuit of status. In healthy balance, the power of desire is in the recognition of the need and felt pleasure of wanting. If you find yourself indifferent or emotionally numb, this power is knocking at your door asking you, what do you want? When empowered, passionate, motivated, alive. When underexpressed, muted, uncertain. When overused, grasping, obsessed, insatiable. Uh-oh. Energy check. When in doubt, ask for guidance. The Dragon, Gaia's Gateway. Access Earth's inner wisdom. I'm going to fly through these messages because I'm ready for bed. It's so late. Where's my phone? It is 2:36 in the morning. I thought I could just do a few real quick to cheer me up and then get back to work doing readings. A lot of like people ordered 2025 readings, and it's like already middle of January almost. I need to get those out. Okay, then we have New Directions. Number 45. Departure, New Perspectives, Goodbyes. A dandelion is an airship traveling through the sky with a top hat as the basket these men are flying away in. One man jumps out of the basket and sails off on a flying dandelion seed. It takes him far away while the other men wave goodbye and wish him well. This story illustrates endings and departures that are necessary to gain new perspectives in life. It takes courage to change directions and abandon old habits. But if you are bold enough, you can fly towards something new, a dream, a place, even yourself. We have the White Rose of Hope. Hope, beacon, solution, beginnings. We see a woman dressed in a blue gown standing somewhere in a lonely landscape. Darkness surrounds her, but a shining white rose glows like a beacon and illuminates the night. Maybe this woman is lost. Maybe she's uncertain about her feelings. Yet, thanks to the light of the flower, she can find her way. White roses symbolize hope, new beginnings, admiration, and young love. There are exciting times ahead. Don't push the river, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Stay in the flow. We have Fox for shadow work. There are no shadows without light. Yep. Y'all, I don't know if I can keep going. There's so much. You know what I think I'm going to do? Because I am so cold and I just want to get in my warm bed. And it's 2:30 in the morning. I'm going to end it here because we still have charms. There's still so much more I want to do. We're going to pick up in the morning. And the next card is called Patience. So have patience with me. I didn't mean to go this long. I'm so sorry. Normally I wouldn't mind. But I'm really cold and I just want to get in my warm bed. So the rest of this, we have so much more. Look. I have a whole big fat pile. And I know these cards, like, they have long meanings and I don't want to rush it. So we'll finish this tomorrow. It probably isn't that much longer, maybe like 20 more minutes. But I'm going to tap out and we're going to just call this part 1. Part 2 tomorrow. And then I got to catch up on my reading orders from people from forever ago and people that have been waiting. Don't forget that 70% off coupon. I just took a drink, sorry. But I'll see you tomorrow. And leave me comments. I love to read comments. I don't have any comments, so say something nice. All right. I love you. I love you. I love you. Mwah.